All right, ready?
Hang on. I'm ready.
Okay, the mics are going. The mics are hot. And Adam, go ahead and take it from here.
How's my hair look?
It looks great. How about my hair?
I was gonna say something earlier. It's a little fuzzy. Have you been, like, really frying it out? Too much product?
Frying it out.
Yeah, you know. What are you doing with the volume there?
I'm going to turn it up so I can yell at you. Don't you dare bring up my fried hair.
Oh, you said
think
it was
it's loud
cool.
enough?
You started it.
You called me Fluffy first. Hey, why you call me Fluffy, dude?
Alright.
This is what they did back in the old days in radio.
Johnny Dare teach you that one?
Man, R.I.P. Johnny Dare.
He's not dead.
R.I.P. the Johnny Dare Show.
Is that his real name? Or is that a radio name? His name's Steve.
His name is John.
Bad at radio.
Ironically, his name was John Podcast.
I knew it. So I had to change that.
John Podcast. Adam, I wanted you to try to introduce the show tonight.
You know I'm not good at that. Yeah.
Why not?
Well, it's just not my thing.
Oh.
You know, that's you.
It is?
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the show tonight. Two brothers are here. We're talking in these snowballs again. We got the mics going here.
It is hard, huh?
Yeah.
Oh, good. Thank God this music's over.
Now we can get into it.
It's the 10 Adam Talk for an Hour podcast.
Hey, guys.
Hey, guys. Hey, guys. That's our traditional greeting to our TNA Nation.
Hey, guys.
What is happening? It's another week behind the snowballs.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we're in the heart of the country, the Midwest, if you will, Adam.
Sure.
We're already seeing some of that stormy weather our way.
Violent storms this afternoon.
Violent storms, really pulling the curtain back of when this was recorded. But you all love them. You sit on the patio when the tornado watch is in effect to look up into the sky.
Yeah.
It's storm season, Adam.
I thought we were going to have
It's breaking into Wheel of Fortune time.
there's going to be a flood into the TNA studios here. You know,
That would be a huge detriment to the recording. A lot of flooding going on.
I'd say. And then I thought, what if the power goes out when we're recording our hit podcast?
TNA Nation might be at their got their Bluetooth speaker. They got their Bluetooth connected with their phone to their vehicle. They're wanting the podcast, and all of a sudden it just urts out. We would actually publish the what we had until the power goes out.
We could actually just go. We wouldn't need power at all. You got a computer, it's on battery.
Oh, that's true.
It's on battery.
Wow, the lights would go out.
That'd be cool.
These lights would stay on.
Are they battery?
Like we're talking this out. We have a plan.
The generator would kick on. All we need is diesel fuel.
All we need is love.
That would power our podcast.
Finally, we get to the heart of the matter. And we thought of the theme of the podcast that runs on love. Because it's the power of love.
I don't have that song queued up.
Can you dig it? Does he say that?
No, he doesn't say that.
Huey Lewis, can you dig it?
This is perfect. Our first segment tonight is going to be Misheard lyrics.
First segment.
Starring Ted.
First of all,
What's going on here?
I love singing songs.
Wrong, incorrectly.
I do have a
With your own
unique way
lyrics.
of remembering my own song lyrics to popular songs. What's wrong with that?
You're trying to tell me the power of love has Can You Dig It in it?
Yeah, it's the power of love. And, there's like a sweet harmonica solo going on in the background. And he's like, can you dig it? Or maybe can you feel it?
Harmonica? Saxophone.
Oh, it's a harmonica. I can see Michael J. Fox walking down the street right now with his little vest on. Don't need money. How's that go?
Don't need money.
Don't
need fame.
Don't need a credit card.
No credit card to ride on
Very
this train.
topical.
It's strong and it's sudden and it's sometimes cruel.
But
it might just save your life.
Really?
That's the power of love. Can you dig it? No, I've added that. Yeah, you got excited.
Is it in there though?
I'm gonna do an F, Control F, and then look for dig.
Adam is now officially looking up everything on the podcast. He's told me I cannot do anything on my laptop during the recording of this podcast. I am il comunicado.
Yes.
Cannot look up anything. I have my phone off because it usually connects.
It dings and it flaps and it whacks.
And it starts with a...
my computer's acting weird now. Oh, jeez.
We're going to get shut down. Maybe the storm's affected our...
Restart it.
This is the international sign for a tornado, Adam.
This one here?
Yeah, oh, boy. Anyway, well, if we do kind of cut out here and only give you 12 minutes or 6 minutes of the podcast right now, just go ahead and get on your Spotify device and look up The Power of Love by Huey Lewis and the News.
I have it up. What are you talking about? Don't avoid this.
Well, I want them to hear it, and then they can be their own judge of maybe it's an ad lib in the song, and it's not in the lyric. It's not in the sleeve, the jacket, the CD sleeve.
Let's get this little lie is getting more stretched.
This little lie of mine. I think it's just a little half truth.
I'm gonna let it shine. Can you dig it?
Can you dig it?
That's not said in the song.
Well, how's your computer? Is it working again?
Yeah, it's back up.
Well, then
dig 0 results.
Don't take money. Don't. How about how can you feel it? He says something at the end of that lyric. But I do deep do. All right, so go ahead and look it up on mine. Go ahead and look it up on mine.
First time you feel it, it might make you sad. Next time you feel it, it might make you mad.
Tell me about it.
But you'll be glad. Baby, when you found
the power of love.
That's the power that makes the world go round.
Can you feel it? Can't you hear this right now?
I can hear it.
Unfortunately, Huey Lewis has an issue where he can't hear himself sing.
He does say, can you feel it?
Yeah!
That's not can you dig it, Ted. Can you feel it? And then followed by, mm-hmm.
It should be, can you dig it? But I'll take can you feel it. I knew it was something.
You could feel it.
Well, anyway,
love.
That's just one misheard lyric. That's not even a misheard lyric.
Yeah, well, the first thing you started, no, that's not even true.
The Verve.
The one before that was The Freshman. Yeah.
By The Verve? Not The Verve Pipe.
No, just The Verve.
He lived in a crazy time in the 90s. There was a band called The Verve, and there was a band called The Verve Pipe with hit singles at the exact same time.
Okay, we messed it up. It's The Verve Pipe. That's the one who sang this song. Yeah.
I thought The Verve Pipe was, it's a bittersweet.
No, that's the guys who got sued by the Rolling Stones.
Okay.
Yeah. Symphony this life.
And their band name is? Go ahead and look that up for me because I cannot right now.
I could have done it before you said all that, but keep in mind we're still talking about the Verve Pipe.
So they sing Freshman. But there is a band called The Verve, and I think this might be it. We'll figure this out in 2.3. Go ahead, Adam.
And they are called The Verve, yes.
All right. Okay. So I had it flip-flop. Apologies, TNA Nation. You'll under.
And another little side note about the Verve Pipes, The Freshman.
Okay. Came out when I was a freshman.
Wow, that's
no
nice.
Big deal.
Wow. They're like a hardcore group.
Like
a lot
rap
rougher.
metal?
No, like rock and roll, loud.
So they went like pop and slow for their hit single.
And they wrote this song like they usually do, screaming and yelling.
But they slowed it down.
I think I saw it behind the music or something. No big deal.
VH1.
But they sang it slow, and that's the one that shot the charts.
So they put it out different versions of the song? We were merely freshmen.
Let's see if I can find that one now.
And
That'd
they're
be
just
fun.
screaming.
Yeah. It was a one-hit
Well,
wonder.
Adam looks that up. I'll just kind of tell you about how this song just really hit home for me.
Mm-hmm.
My freshman year, walking the halls.
Jesus.
You know, I was just like going up to my class and just saying, we are just merely freshmen. And especially my senior year, talking about our freshman year, we would use the freshman. We would use the verbs, the freshman, to describe every moment of it.
You really?
Yeah. Remember when that song came out when we were freshmen? Anyway.
I was not the same age as you.
Lots of great... I'm talking about me. Hey, Adam, I know it's Ted and Adam talk for an hour, but sometimes it's not all about you, okay?
Shit, man. Oh, wow.
Hey, make sure you stand out from behind that snowball, okay?
Okay.
We don't want to cover anybody up like we did to our guest.
Well, that's my bad. I told him to sit
Folks,
right in the middle, and he did.
We're really...
And he told me he trusted me. I said, shit, I messed this
It's a
up.
real call to action. If you really want to come in here and tell us how to set up and help us out with the cameras and, you know, produce this bad boy, come on. Come on downstairs to the studio.
The song first appeared in acoustic style in her 1992 album, I Suffered a Head Injury. It was
Classic
recorded
album.
a second time and released in the band's 96 album Villains. Later that year, the band recorded
Huge.
the song again, this time with producer some other guy, for release in a single.
I am some other guy. Oh boy. Okay, hold on to your...
This could get weird.
Adam is uncovering...
Did I just remember this all wrong, this story I just told?
Well, I remember the band name wrong. So I guess we can have a pass.
Maybe this is all misinformation.
Oh, man. It's AI getting to you, dude.
I don't know. I just should have, done this beforehand.
Anyway, I sing the song. What lyrics was I getting wrong? Everybody knows the song by now.
Yeah, well, there's a part where it says, stop
Our
the
best-
baby's breath and a shoe full of rice.
Stopping baby's breath?
Dude, have you listened to the song ever? God.
Best friends took a week's vacation to remember.
To forget her.
Oh, wait.
Jesus, Tad.
A friend took a fist full of Valium and slept.
Close enough. Go on. Yep, and slept. And now.
And now she's guilt-stricken. I'm guilt-stricken, sobbing with my head on the floor.
Uh-huh.
Things about...
No,
that's
no.
the second verse.
The next line right there. Stopping
baby's breath and a shoe full of rice cakes.
Not rice cakes.
What?
Why would it be rice cakes?
You tell me. Yes, the verb pipe.
It's shoe full of rice, comma. Now.
So it's like a wedding. Baby breath.
No, I think it has to do with killing a baby, dude. Jeez.
Stopping baby's breath and a shoe full of rice.
That's like a...
I woke up late. I put rice in my shoe.
No.
I don't get it, dude. That's not something freshmen do.
No.
Stopping baby's breath, the flower, and a shoe full of
He
rice.
stated that the lyrics were inspired by his own
cakes.
experiences with guilt and ambivalence surrounding abortion.
Great. So this is a brick situation.
Which one came out first? Smart guy.
This one.
Did it?
That's what I'm
96?
guessing. She's a freshman in a ball. They should do a mashup.
No. No. Now, what other lyrics did you mess up before we just move on? We got to get them all out.
Move on. I can sing for days and get all the lyrics wrong. What was I singing earlier? This is my safe space to sing all my 80s songs, right? You don't mind it. You love getting crazy songs in your head.
97.
This is the
Brick.
rhythm of the night.
Yeah, upstairs we were singing with arms wide open.
Yeah.
Because it was on the radio.
Creed.
But it's fun to play with those lyrics because you could say whatever in that voice.
If
and it's
I
funny.
had just one dish,
Mhm.
I'd eat mashed potatoes now. But there was another one too.
Yeah, well, come up with it.
Yeah. Well, I'm always loving putting my own
Rice
spin on
cakes,
things.
though, why would you do such a thing?
You Google like most, incorrect lyrics, most,
Most misheard lyrics.
right. I'm sure someone put rice cakes on there.
Rice cakes, you really do?
Yeah, sure.
Mm-mm.
A shoe full of rice cakes.
Why would the shoe be full of rice cakes, though?
Why
Explain
is
that
it
one.
full of rice if they're not getting
That's
married
like a
and they're
baby
having?
thing. Yeah, that's a idiom.
There's
I don't know, but
okay. I don't
That's
even
what
want
it's
to go
about.
there because it's too sad. And
yeah, pick it up. You're right.
pick it up, pick it up, pick it up, turn it upside down, 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 down. Turn it upside down, down. I feel like let me see if we can spin this out of here, Adam.
Mm-hmm.
We're talking older songs, and I'm in the last week of school. We're hanging on for dear life. We're looking for these kids. They're asking us at this point, why do we have to come to school? And at this point, we don't have a great answer.
Yeah,
That's
what I ask my kids. I'm like, are you guys even doing?
We're trying to
anything
do
right now?
fun things, and a lot of our kids, like coming to school and enjoying our company, right? Finding it as a safe space. But then they get there
Sure.
and they're just loud and they don't want to follow any directions. So today we had a whole bunch of trips planned, like outdoors, maybe some disc golf with a trail walk.
Wow.
But again, the spring storms last night
Oh no.
rained us out. Today we just thought everything was going to be muddy and soggy and damp, and so
you
we
get
didn't go
stuck.
anywhere. We're stuck inside, so we played movies that everybody thought would be great to watch, like old school. Like
Which one?
what's a movie that us adults in the building know that the kids wouldn't? I don't know if they would particularly like it or like would need to watch.
Yeah.
So we landed on a movie called Stand By Me, Adam,
Ooh.
which is a little risque, if you ask me,
Well, there are some
as we got into it.
topics. Yeah.
Because as an educator, you start immediately thinking about every scene in the movie. That's like, okay, what's going to be next? It's a movie from the past and set in the 50s, right?
Right. Racism.
Racism, some F words of all sorts.
Yes, they do curse. a
Yeah,
little
and
bit.
derogatory terms
But yeah, that's one of those things
that
where
don't age very well.
these kids have seen it all by now. You
Oh,
got high
sure.
school kids, come on.
Yeah. And
But
it's
yeah, you're probably like, we should have had them sign
Right.
something before they watched this.
yeah.
Yeah.
There was one kid that actually saw the movie and had a
He was like,
parent
"You
that
can't
made him
show
watch
this."
it. No, they were like, train, like doing that part. It was like, yeah, that's a good one.
That's a good one to show, I think.
Totally
Well,
forgot Richard Dreyfuss was like the narrator
yeah.
guy.
He's supposed to be
I remember being a kid and
what's his
watching it for the
main
first time.
Gordy. What's the main Gordy? The
Yeah.
main character's name?
That's good, Adam. There's a Teddy in there too.
Isn't in the
Corey Nothaim
Feldman.
Feldman plays a kid named Teddy
That's right. With the glasses.
with the
Stand by me.
glasses.
The glasses.
So that was fun. So the kids just, I think it's beyond anything, Adam, whether they watch the movie or not.
Mm-hmm.
We kind of like, us adults were like, hey, the movie's on, keep your voice down. You saying stuff like that,
Oh, okay.
which kind of worked for a while.
They should be so lucky. You're showing them a movie.
Exactly.
Come on.
We're not asking them to do much,
Come on.
but be cool.
What are you doing? Giving them worksheets or something?
No, I mean there's incentive to like keep working and be doing stuff on their own. I mean, we're planning all these fun trips, and I actually got one scheduled with us going to my secondary job at Kauffman Stadium with the Royals.
This is a gamble.
Huge gamble.
You're putting your butt on the line.
I'm trying to gain points at one place at the main job by using my
side gig,
my goodie bag of points I've accumulated with my fine work. I went to the end of the year party last year after the season and placed my little raffle ticket. We all got a couple raffle tickets to put in various prizes, and I put one in for the hot dog race thinking I'd love to dominate.
Oh no.
And get out there and put my feet in the running and be mustard and dominate and get, where I need to be. Mustard, by the way, is being slaughtered out there in the hot dog derby. Relish is on the outside. So here's the setup.
How's my guy?
They're on the warning track out there in right field, bullpen.
Yeah.
And they're coming down that
stretch, first base
all the
side.
way to through the dugout, pretty much.
Okay.
It's a good stretch. It's a curve, and it's like a 200-meter dash, pretty much.
Well, yeah, the wall's
give or
like
take.
What,
yeah.
300 and something.
But there's a curve and a straight.
Okay.
It always lines up ketchup, mustard, relish. So if ketchup gets a good start, they're just cutting off mustard.
You saying mustard's got to make up
Always
the
gets
stagger? Or the relish? Yes.
Mustard's got to come out guns a-blazing. They rarely do.
Yeah. It's mental, really.
It is.
So mustard has the inside track or ketchup?
Yeah, they're on the inside.
They got the pole position.
So they are always winning. And ketchup, sorry to say,
it's number one.
You don't put ketchup on tube meat.
You don't?
Not if you're
a real American. I love ketchup.
10 years or older.
Oh, stop. I love ketchup. Sometimes you can
save it for your burger.
I like having mayo on my burger and ketchup.
Me too.
But not mixed together.
What?
Like I don't make a secret sauce. I just put the mayo on my buns. Listen here. And then
get your notepad out, TNA Nation. It's almost Memorial Day. Get your
I like a nice toasted bun.
Oh yeah, now you're getting now you're talking
mayo.
about oh yeah.
Both buns. Boom, boom.
Boom, boom.
Then on one side you want lettuce to touch the mayo, okay? That protects your bread. I don't like soggy bread.
Yeah.
Okay. So I put lettuce on one side. I got my meat on the other side. Then I hit it with tomatoes, if you got them. I don't know.
Yeah, I had my. I'm thinking of a cheeseburger I made the other night.
Maybe a couple shakes of the S&P. Boom, boom, bam.
I'm thinking maybe some crazy Janes on there.
Yeah,
too much.
I don't know what that means. Then
it's like a Mrs. Dash.
You go ahead and complete your burger, stack it all together. Then make yourself a huge pile of ketchup on your plate. And I'm not opposed to having mustard also.
Okay.
But I just like to hit it, boom, a little dip of that.
I like that.
Dip of here.
You're controlling the amount
I forgot pickles. Go back, get the pickles.
Dare put a pickle on my burger.
For real?
Yeah, no.
Or are you just singing that song?
No, I stay true to that.
You don't like pickles?
I'll take the pickles off the burger and eat them before I eat. But you know what? Sometimes when I'm at certain places, like say a Culver's or a Freddy's maybe, and you don't get cheese on it, the pickles almost taste like the cheese. Is that weird?
Huh?
I feel like the pickles
taste like the cheese.
I guess the pickles, you taste the pickles more without cheese.
Okay, all right.
Anyway.
I just like pickles, man.
Have it your way.
I
think someone says that.
No, they don't do that. Anyway.
Okay.
Yeah. No places let you.
Disregard.
That's why you gotta make your own. But you're talking about hot dogs. I just come off it, all right? If I want ketchup on there, leave me alone.
Okay, that's fine. Don't yuck my yum.
Listen, Bratwurst, I'd have mustard and all that. A hot dog, I put anything. I put everything on it. I'll do
Mayo?
ketchup. Probably wouldn't put
Mayo on a brat?
I haven't tried that. Is that good?
I know a guy who did that.
That seems
think
like
he wanted-
straight heart attack.
Yeah, I think he wanted to kind of like take
Whereas
off
the
7 more.
ketchup is diabetes.
For those out watching the YouTube there, Adam just winked at me. And now he's rifling his tongue in his mouth.
I'm doing a tongue waggle.
Idea. Anyway, I won the raffle for the hot dog contest.
You,
Yeah,
the
me.
employee at the...
But while at the end of the year party, before I knew I won, right? I tried on the hot dog costume. I tried to turn on the hot dog costume.
And you
Couldn't even get it over my broad shoulders.
You couldn't get your
I'm wondering
buns
if
in.
now
Yeah.
I'm thinking I didn't even maybe I did the little kid hot dog race one.
You picked the wrong suit.
Well, they had them for for us to as employees to try them on and take pictures with or whatever.
The little smoky.
I got like real claustrophobic. I was like, I can't do it. Like I would have had to like contort my shoulders and probably break my collarbone again. And so I emailed my boss dude and was like, hey,
Dude.
I won this, but I don't think I can fit in this hot dog costume. Can I trade this in to bring my students in for a tour of Kauffman Stadium? Because we do stuff like this all the time where we go to like the Kansas Speedway.
Yeah, dude.
And,
Do they
we're
just
just
sign
trying
up for this? Do you have to each time get permission to take the
like the bus.
students to a place?
Oh, well, with our school and how we're set up, like when they first get enrolled, they do like a permission field trip thing.
Just wondering.
any
You guys
school
get to go to all these
activity.
cool places.
Yeah. And basically, it's kind of like an incentive, but, the kids that show up are often bored immediately. And to give, on the other side of this, we've also done some community service projects along the way. Kind of like these kids, it's all about their engagement and their hours that they accumulate to kind of like gain skills and experiences, and
In real life situations.
right. But I mean, they can like log these hours that they're getting for future use, kind of like grades, I guess. But
Yeah.
anyway, great stuff. Helping others,
Yeah.
volunteering your time.
Community service.
But we went out there. It's part of the Meals on Wheels program.
Mm.
Okay.
Yeah.
And it's helping them with their yard work.
Oh, like helping
So a
out
couple
seniors
groups,
or something?
yeah, a couple
Okay.
groups come out, are volunteering. Like, hey, we'll come out to your house and you give us some chores to do, and we'll provide. And like, they're supposed to Meals on Wheels supposed to drop off like gloves and bags of yard bags and stuff.
Really? Okay.
And we've done it in the past, and people are pretty grateful, and they love seeing just seeing the kids and talking to them, and just have like weeds to pull and some basic things, right?
Sure. Gutters, maybe.
So end of the year, we're trying to get kids just to get on these trips. They're like, what do we got? Why are we doing this? What do we do? They're always asking. Seniors are already gone, and we've kind of ended our year with our big end of the year, end of the semester
Yeah.
showcase, open house type thing. So these kids are done. They just don't want to do
they're
anything
checked
more,
out for sure.
But we'd love them to come to school and, play school and pretend like they're doing stuff. So
Running the clock out.
right, sure. But this Meals on Wheels, so they they get to school. We've been telling them like all up, leading up to this. This is what's happening. Where your yard work clothes, dirty clothes. You don't mind getting
Right.
messy and all that. And so
Gonna be doing some work.
of course, no one listens to these announcements, or 2 out of 30 kids are paying attention. And so it comes to the day, and like, of course, people want to go to Meals on Wheels because usually it's a pretty easy trip. You're in a van, you're just handing meals to, going up and knocking on the door, and
Yeah. You leave.
you're leaving. So I think some of these kids that got to go thought, we were just dropping off meals.
Oh.
But then we get to the house and we're like,
Okay, glove up.
yeah, here we go. So we take these vans, drive us, like these passenger vans that can hold like 8 students and
Here's your
me.
bandanas, guys.
Pretty much.
There's
So
a
we
bucket of water over there.
he punches in the GPS and gets us to this location, but it doesn't look like we have an address, but it's not exact. The GPS put us somewhere that wasn't the place. And so we stopped for a minute, and then the guy's like, all right, I'm going to do another lap. I think we missed it or something. And ended up being the house right, we passed it, and we stood in front of this other house for a little bit, and then we did a lap around the block. So we get to the actual house that was right next door, and this old man is on the stairs, like working on the next, our project here.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, what are you doing? I've been here. You guys were there 5 minutes. I'm right here. The house is right here. What are you doing?
You're burning daylight.
Pretty much. Yeah. Yelling at right off the bat.
Let's go. Give me a line of kids over here.
No. So then
Pull the weeds.
I open the door and like the kids are like, what are we're getting out? I'm like, yeah, we're working. Here we go. And this old man's like, oh my gosh, how many do you have? I'm like, we got 8 kids. We're ready to work. What do you got for us? Let us know what we can get started.
Yeah.
We got a whole team. Well, we were told we were only bringing 2. And I was like, okay, well.
6 of you. Fuck off.
Yeah, right. No. I'm like, well, we got 8. Here we go. What do you want?
Yeah.
Well, we got, so he shows us this big front yard is like all dug up and like
oh, no.
messed up. And I guess there was some plumbing issue where, I don't know, some
septic
piping was dug up and redone down there. And so, but it was like all done, and like rain had messed it up and dried it up.
Oh,
so it was all like uneven. He's like, I need you guys to like break this up and make it level, and so I can put grass seed in it. And it's like one of the hotter days of the spring so far.
Dry as a bone.
And I'm like, I'm going to get no kids to do this. I'm like, all right, what else you got for us? And so we go back in the backyard, and it's him and his wife is very awkward and like kind of like one of those women that kind of talks like this and kind of like, yeah, there's a lot of weeds here and we need a lot of work here. Yeah. And it was just like, yeah, there is a lot of work, or we're going to do our best. And originally it had us on the schedule for like 10 o'clock till noon. And these kids were all are like 20 minutes in, like, when are we leaving? What are we doing? Like, keep pulling weeds. Keep looking busy. And for the most part, they were doing a pretty good job.
Bang up job.
And then, I started getting the shovel going, and some kids like took the strongest, come with me.
Yeah.
If you know any, so they had to deal. I was like literally trying to stay away from this couple that were helping because they were so annoying. And like, like they're older, and you should have some compassion for them, but they were so
rude.
He was still bringing up the van issue. And I was like, I wasn't driving. I had to like, finally, I said that, and like the Meals on Wheels woman, like coming to drop off the garden or the yard bags was like, showed up, and I was like, oh, like, like, was like, I finally like, I was like sweating, and I was like already like digging up the front yard. It was like, I wasn't driving. We're here. We're helping, like, and so like later I like went up to her. I was like, I am so sorry. Like, she's like, I usually don't have to come out here to these things, but I know this couple, and that's why I'm here to kind of like make sure to smooth it out or whatever. So she was like bouncing around from like different house to house because it's like we took another van, another teacher went to another location, and oh my gosh, so
that's funny.
She left and she was like, hey, if I get I got some Quick Trip gift cards. If I come back, I have enough time to come back and whatever. I was like, yeah, go get whatever. We're still working, or the van dropped us off, and they're not coming back. That was the thing. So then the van had its own route and had to pick up other kids and stuff. And like, I gotta come back at this time, like an hour into it of the 2-hour shift. I was like, hey, we got to do whatever we got to do. Yeah. And I was only going to get these kids to work for like 1 hour anyway.
Yeah.
So we're working. The band shows back up. So I'm like trying to get these. All right, kids,
Perfect.
guys, let's get going.
Yeah,
All right,
man,
hey,
let's go.
let's
Get
go.
to the
Pick
shovels.
your take your. And the woman's like, I had you down for another hour. What are you doing? What are you doing with these kids
And
here?
you're like,
I
get
was
in
like,
the
hey,
van.
well, that's why we brought more kids because two wasn't gonna do. We just did 2 hours work of what two
Sure.
people would do.
Yeah.
Sorry, we gotta go. I mean,
2 times
but the
4.
van's here. Obviously,
4
look, the
times
van
so.
is here, ma'am. We have to go.
There's a van. It's beeping at
And then
us.
I've talked to these kids like, hey, this woman's gonna get us Quick Trip, but I was like, we gotta go. I cannot stay here with these people. They're gonna make us do something.
Yeah.
Like when I had a kid, we were there for an hour, and we're working hard, and the kid had to use the restroom and went inside the place,
Oh no.
and the woman I guess went in there and just like stared at the
It is
bathroom door.
crack at the bottom of the
Yeah.
door.
Freaking him out. I'm like, oh God, sorry.
I think
dude.
that puts you on a list somewhere.
It's the ungrateful list. So I
Gross.
just got these kids in the van. So then the other group got my group's gift cards, and so I got them all back to school. I then had to take everybody's order, like
Individual Quick Trip orders.
I would much rather do that than take a group of these 8 kids to Quick Trip.
Okay, yeah.
So, I had so many gift cards or whatever. It was like $40 in gift cards.
They're all 50-cent.
And so I was
Gift
like,
card,
I'll get you a snack and a drink or whatever, thinking they'll all get like a fountain drink. And I have the Quick Trip app, and I'm thinking maybe I can accumulate my.
I'm gonna cash.
But
in
I have
my
these
Quick Trip
gift cards.
Yeah.
So, but then I have this giant list. I have 8 kids that I have to get like, okay, Josh wants some buffalo sticks.
Red Bull. Yeah.
And and 2 vanilla Oreo bags or something.
Flamin' hot Cheetos.
And so I'm getting all this. I'm like, how am I gonna? I'm like asking, hey, can I put this on the counter? I got a huge list. I'm like, sure, I don't care. You know how Quick Trip people are always doing 8 jobs at once.
Right.
I don't care. And so like I'm like. And this guy's, you ready? Like, I'm still working on this list. And I'm like, still like
40 more
coming
items.
back, like dropping off. I'm getting all the warm items first, like the, like the non-perishables.
Yeah.
And then I get like the cold drinks and like, or the hot, it was, and when I'm getting food or like getting carry out,
Yeah.
I like to like make sure the hot items stay hot and the cold items are cold, or whatever it may be.
Well, that's considerate.
Obviously.
Yeah.
So I was trying to do this all like, but you think these kids were like
Strategically.
asking for hot fries and like all this weird shit, and I'm like,
Mhm.
you're gonna get what you get. And like, I don't know what's that Quick Trip. They're like, one kid was like, whatever hot fries they got, and they're like, I want Andy's hot fries. I'm like, and so then I got back and it was like Cheetos hot fries. I'm like, you got the wrong hot fries, and I'm just thinking about all the laps I had to do around. Like, shut up.
I hope you're.
Thanks for going, but
They need to learn. You can't just be like.
But I have never spent $45. They went over the budget even.
Oh my god.
I couldn't care less. I mean, I
Oh my
flipped the rest of it, but
You did?
$4 or whatever.
Oh my.
And
That's the first thing I'd say when I got back. I had to spend my own money.
Oh my gosh, these kids don't care.
You got the wrong hot fries.
And then they're just like throwing stuff.
Hey,
It's like,
Mr. Maxwell, you got the wrong cigarettes.
and then they got the like, slushies and stuff. They're
I
like,
said Marlboro Ultras.
all right, come on. They don't smoke
I'm Lindsay
cigarettes.
Lonehand over here.
They vape.
Oh, that's right.
Where are my jewels at?
Do you have to buy anybody Zins? Those are hot these days.
They're so in right now.
You're such a cool teacher.
Oh man, I brought those bags back. They got those slushy things, and they're like, "I'll take a blueberry, whatever." And I'm like, "Okay." And then,
You did?
yeah. And then
Was
one
it
guy's like,
melted?
"I want green apple and blueberry raspberry together." I'm like, "Okay, that sounds good to you."
Yeah. You
Yeah.
did all that?
And these kids are getting like all these gummies and stuff. It's like, oh, I'm just thinking of their little tum-tums.
No wheezing the juice, sir.
And I didn't get a thing.
What?
Nope.
Because you're down $4.
Right.
That sucks. You didn't get.
And I couldn't even use my Quick Trip app.
Oh no!
Yeah, it's
Why?
okay.
How come?
I couldn't the Quick Trip thing is like it gives you little offers on the app, but I like set up my debit card on it so I can like
Oof,
use
don't do
Quick
that.
Trip Pay like clicking.
Yes.
So you just barcode
Blow
your
that
thing.
money.
But then it like gives you a percentage off everything you spend in there.
Right.
So when I did the gift cards, it couldn't do both.
Yes. Payment methods.
Yeah, man, it messed up.
That's a shame. All those points.
Nah, it's not really points. You just save money on stuff. So
Whatever.
it's fine.
All that.
You won't understand.
Yeah, I don't have the app.
You don't.
I didn't even go to Quick Trip really.
Where do you go to?
Gas up.
You go to Casey's a lot?
Costco. What's up? Let's go.
They do they guarantee their gas? Quick Trip does.
Wow.
Quick Trip, sponsor of your Kansas City Royals.
Oh, wow.
Remember they got the Quick Trip patch on there, dude.
Yeah, they do have that big old patch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So really hoping this tour goes good tomorrow.
Yeah, they're gonna. Did you tell them already not to mess around? This is my
Well,
other job.
we're gonna have a morning meeting tomorrow before we leave. So
You're gonna get everybody in line.
yeah,
Yeah.
don't mess this up for me.
What could they really do that would?
Burn the stadium down.
It's a wide open space, right? I mean,
Get lost
you're
in
gonna show them everything.
the cockles.
You gonna take them to the Hall of
Well,
Fame?
the thing also is, I work. Being that I work at the stadium, I know some of the tour guides.
Mm-hmm.
And so I got all excited and I was like, hey, I'm bringing my school here later this month, you know.
yeah.
And this woman was like, I don't know if she thought I tell people I teach special education. I work in an alternative high school. They start thinking, oh, my kids are real low or something. Or, you know, like,
Yeah.
do they all have ADHD? You should bring a lot of chaperones then. I was like, okay, no
That's
problem.
you.
I think all the adults want to go.
They would love to come
Yeah.
out to the stadium. Sure.
So it should be fun and fine. I hope I have a job at
Oh yeah.
my other job.
They're probably gonna escape. It's a lot of ground to cover.
Yeah, put them on the grounds crew.
They could, yeah, that would be really funny. Get them out there and then tell them they gotta rake and do more yard work.
You gotta eat all these hot dogs.
Okay, guys.
You gotta tell all these fans not to vape.
This is what I do.
This is what I do. Oh man, I do it so much. I got some problems that I gotta rectify.
What did your foot guy say?
I'm on my feet all the time at this stadium, at both stadiums, for crying out loud.
Yeah.
I've had so much issues, so many orthopedic
Can we
shoes.
get this guy a chair?
No. That would be so insulting to the Usher brand.
Let's get him a chair. What if we just showed up at your work with the chair?
I did see a guy with one of those canes, and then you put it down, and it turned into a chair.
What?
Yeah, it's probably one of the best places. The ballpark.
The cane turns into a chair?
Yeah,
Great.
like it has like a little foldable chair on the cane.
Stop. So you just bring it wherever you want.
Wherever you want.
Did you ever watch Jury Duty? Was that the name of that show?
Yes. When the guy invented the chair or whatever.
He had the
Chair pants or whatever.
Yeah, he had like legs on the back of his pants, and he.
I like
he
that
sat
show.
down.
You know why?
Because it was funny.
Because it kind of reminded me of the O.J. Simpson trial.
Oh my god.
They were kind of sequestered, and I kind of hope that the jury on the trial acted like that.
Oh yes.
Like
the
it was a big
OJ.
joke on one juror. Anyway, so I finally made an appointment to get my feet checked out. I had all this bad karma, you know, like I talked to all the elder statesmen at Kauffman Stadium, Usher, about all the feet remedies or feet issues it might be, whether it be plantar fasciitis, fallen arches.
Ouch.
Then I go to school, and another teacher I teach with came to school with a boot on because they have a stress fracture in their foot. And I was like, oh my gosh, maybe it's a stress fracture.
Did she do it? Just
I better make an
standing around,
appointment.
though? Stress.
I don't know. I think she did something goofy. Who knows? Getting old, man.
Well, that's no joke.
Probably need to drink more milk.
Yeah, when was the last cup of milk?
Anyway, I don't know. It makes me all nasally.
Oh, grow
Snotty.
up. Drink your milk for strong bones.
Maybe my almond milk.
Got milk.
That's why I'm growing my mustache. So I can do my milk mustache. So I go to the doctor. It's, I love talking about my health care and my high deductible plan.
Oof.
And I go to a Spiracare, which I feel like it's like
Oh, no.
the all-in-one minute clinic.
One-stop shop, for sure.
One-stop shop.
It's like urgent care. Is that what that means?
The doctor I saw straight up told me I'm not a podiatrist. First thing she said.
Yeah.
So I just need a little direction with this. I feel like I've just been throwing everything at it. Every Instagram advertisement, orthopedic,
Yeah.
how it's gotten in my algorithm.
Right.
I think I'm throwing too much stuff at it. So
Creams.
no creams, pretty much like
Hot,
little sleeves
cold,
to put on your
nothing?
foot. I do need to ice it, but how do you ice your foot?
Bag of peas. Frozen peas.
Frozen peas,
Get
if you
your
please.
pea bag, bro.
You gotta get your pea bag if you want to ice foot.
Is what they said though. Ice. You
Ice.
said you tried all these things, but you didn't even ice
Shoes.
it yet. Put it in a cold bucket of water.
Oh yeah. I want to elevate it though while I'm icing it, don't you think? I want to price this thing. I want to rice it.
All right. Well, you could do it. Take turns.
Take turns.
Ice, heat,
Take
elevation.
time with a wounded hand.
I'm waiting for you to mess this one up. Go ahead.
'Cause it likes to heal.
I think that's right.
Take time with a wounded hand. 'Cause it likes to heal.
I thought it was steel, man.
Steel. I'm half the man I used to be. Well, I hope I'm not half the foot I used to be.
So what'd they say?
I gotta get these X-ray results back soon. I said on an X-ray. Well, Adam, our father was a retired
doctor.
Is a retired veterinarian.
Oh,
so we've seen him deal with his patient, the animals, but have to deal with the humans that own those those animals, right? And then your job, you're dealing with doctor office folk all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Not so much the patients, though.
Mm-mm.
But you don't have the patience for some of those workers.
Hell no. Will you go to your doctor's office? Like you're saying, these people?
Yeah.
That's who I'm dealing with. The people who work there.
Right.
And you should always verify whatever happens at that place, because those people are calling me on there and they're like, I don't know what to do with this. You're supposed to tell me what to do with this. And I say, I don't do that.
I think about you every time I go into these places.
I click the buttons, dude. You are supposed to know how to do that.
I walk in and I'm like, I'm here for a 4:00 appointment. I'm Ted. I was like doing everything wrong. Like I should have started with, I'm Ted Maxwell. I'm here for my 4:00 appointment. I don't know my doctor's name because it's someone different every time.
Uh-huh.
And so I give them limited information. So they are looking for some form for me to sign and then I tell them my name's Theodore. I'm sure that threw them off, and it's probably Ted on the sheet.
Now you're being too nice, because
I know that's exactly why I want to talk about this, because I feel like I'm I know about unruly patients or not people not paying attention or on their phone.
Right.
So I'm very apologetic or whatever. But then she I go sit down while she's figuring out still.
Overly nice.
And then she finds all the documents, and I'm in my nice rocking chair in the waiting room. She has to walk all the way, and of course it's
sir, could you come get this?
No, she comes
to fill out?
She comes and walks all the way across the room. I'm the only one in the waiting room, but I picked the seat furthest away from them.
Here's your paperwork.
Yeah. And so I had to fill that out in a rocking chair.
What bugs me though, because I had to call the dentist today.
Oh boy.
And the other place, so 2 teeth places. And, because I had to go to a special endodontist referred by the dentist, right? And now my appointments conflict, and one of them told me not to see the other one, and I have to figure that out.
They're fighting.
Well, no, they told me to go there. They're like, well, you got to finish up with me before you go see her because I don't want her to rip out the shit I did.
And she's like, oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Right. But when you call and it's just Sally Sue behind the desk,
and you're telling them what the doctor told you.
I always start with the, hello, my name is, and I tell them all this information, and then they're like, what the fuck? Why the fuck are you asking me? And it's like, your prompt should have just started with, can I have your date of birth? Say that to begin with. Don't say, hey, how's it going? What can I help you with? Because I got to say something.
Right. Right. That's weird.
So now I've gone through this whole speech, and she's like, well, why are you telling me this? I don't know who you are. It's like, okay, date of birth. Okay, it's this. And then they say, and your name? That's what I said at the beginning of this phone call.
I thought you knew the inside how to talk to these people.
I'm just saying that they're turds most of the time. If you find a good one, you hang on to them.
See, this is the way ushers act too. Like,
this is everybody. All work. This is all people.
Yeah.
Just being difficult.
Well, yeah, it's just people like not realizing like how were you supposed to know what to say and that you weren't talking to like a person who cared in the healthcare industry.
Well, it could have been something very simple, like, oh, if I go to see the specialist, am I supposed to have my teeth cleaned too? Like you've written down somewhere, oh, never do that, or it's fine, Maybe you don't have to go run and ask a doctor. I don't know.
Man, it's
but
hard.
You asked what, how I was doing or what I needed, right. So I started to tell you. It's like, hi, I'm calling. And who are you?
Birth date. 10011011110.
Mm-hmm. That's good. That's a good radio voice, man.
You think so?
You're especially good with numbers.
Oh my gosh, that's what they told me.
Who did?
When I announced like at basketball games, they said, "Hey, your name's like," it was like the other announcer guy who's probably like jealous about my style, and all the kids like me, but he would be like, "You don't enunciate names very well, but you do it. Numbers are pretty good."
That's the compliment you took from that?
I said, thanks.
You should have punched him in the face.
I said, this guy would do basketball games and he'd be like, personal foul, number 1.
As opposed to technical foul?
Oh, they're just called fouls.
Yeah, in basketball.
I mean, it is technically a personal foul, but when you're...
Is there any other type of foul that you would have to clarify?
Technical foul, yeah.
That's it, though.
You gotta play the game. You gotta know the game before you call the game.
Sure. Like Rex Hudler.
Right?
Yeah.
F the game, because the game don't mean nothing. But long story short, this is what you get when you go to the all the one stop
urgent care.
So like I said, I was just trying to get a pinpoint of what's wrong with my foot, whether it be, this fallen arch issue or, some sort of plantar fasciitis.
Sure.
Or, something or the stress fracture. So they gave me x-rays that it was so late in the day that they're, won't hear back for
they didn't give
at least 48 hours.
You paid for x-rays.
Someone's doing it.
Trust me.
And then they also gave me exercises for my arch pain.
Ooh.
But you made a good point earlier. What happens if I get these results back and I'm doing all this massaging of my
rehab and stuff?
Arch.
What if they just say you have
multiple
huge fracture in your foot?
I got bone spurs.
Do both feet hurt or just one?
One.
Okay, so what if you've got a stress fracture, hairline fracture, or worse?
You're freaking me out right now.
And then they give you this printout that they got from Amazon that's like, crank that foot up, down,
look at
right,
this. I'm on all
left.
fours in this one. the hell is happening?
Go to where the pain real hurts and make
Get
that.
on your hands and knees on the floor. You may want a pillow under your knees.
You're going to be there a while.
Keep your heels pointing up and the balls of your feet and your toes on the floor.
Nasty.
Sit back slowly.
Is this your foot
Toward your
instruction
ankles.
rehab instructions?
Hold for 15 to 30 seconds.
Is this your rehab instructions?
If this is too hard.
Or Puff Daddy's?
All right.
Hang on, wait.
But we still got 5 good minutes here, Adam.
Oh, okay.
That was a one-liner to end the show.
Oh, well, I got that though.
Okay.
I was watching TV the other day.
You were.
And I keep the TV on all the time. But The View came on, Channel 9. If you leave it on long enough.
KMBC.
Yeah. And
Your ABC affiliate here in the Kansas City area. Oh, sorry.
KMBC. They were doing a story about P. Diddy. And that they always write the topic or whatever they're talking about at the bottom. And it just said,
Oh, no.
what did he do?
What did he do?
What did he do? It sounded a lot like this. Go ahead and start reading those again.
Sit back on your heels, pointing up, and the balls of your feet.
Yes, that's what.
And your toes on the floor. Get your balls and toes on the floor.
Have you heard anything about that trial?
I'm trying not to, but
It's leaking everywhere.
when I was left to my own discretions, multiple true crime. Let's talk about Diddy. What did he do?
What did he do?
What did he do behind those freak offs?
Yeah.
And yeah,
He was pulling.
they got this. The trial's going. They got the jury going. The defense is trying to. Hey, it's just domestic violence. It's not as weird as it sounds. It's not.
His defense is.
Of
course, he's mean and abusive.
He's abusive.
Of course, but he wasn't doing any racketeering.
He wasn't doing any sex trafficking or
So he likes to watch.
drugging or raping women, and
Yeah.
it's nasty, man. They were talking to his assistant on one of these shows, and the things he had to buy
Oh, this is
to provide for these.
because they're doing a Hulu documentary right now.
There's multiple things going on.
Yeah.
How do you keep up?
Yeah.
What's it called? You said Hulu?
I was gonna watch that one.
You
I think
wanna
it's
go?
called What Did He Do?
What did he do? Come on and join in the fun and see what did he do.
Did he do? Well, I know what he was doing. He was watching and a lot of moisturizing. apparently.
Hey,
You hear that?
what did he do? What did he didn't do was have ashy elbows. Remember when this first kind of came to light, and we were kind of like, how do we bring this up?
And we made it, and we were making light of it.
And then
it
it
was
was
this is awful.
And then we had to make that horrible PSA.
Yeah, our bad.
Our bad. We should have waited to hear what Diddy done did before we talked about what did he do.
Yeah.
Sit in a chair. Place your foot on a firm tube-shaped object, such as a can or a water bottle,
Ew, what?
full of baby oil.
Stop.
Oh, Diddy, what you done
No.
do now, Diddy?
It didn't say that, right?
Roll your foot back and forth on the object to massage the bottom of your foot until it becomes moisturized. Continue for 2 to 5 minutes.
You nasty Ted.
If you want to do ice massage, this
Kinky,
is
yeah.
kind of fun. Fill a water
Start
bottle
with
about
your
3/4
nipples.
away full and freeze before using. That's a great idea. That's going to feel so good. That's how I ice it.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Wow, that's a good idea.
What did he do? Diddy saved me from some foot pain. Thank you, Diddy.
Oh, real quick update on a story we brought to you during the football season. Chiefs of Hawk, you remember this guy?
Yeah, you got a documentary. Go ahead.
Did you hear what happened? He got sentenced
Uh-oh.
32 years in prison.
Dang. Is it
That's
worth it?
It's a lot.
Hey, I think on a brighter note, I think every time he's in prison, the Chiefs win a Super Bowl. So,
Oh, is that true?
looking for 32 straight years Super Bowl run.
You're telling me, hang on, you're telling me when he was
Oh wait, maybe
out,
that's when he
so
broke
lost
out.
it?
Maybe every time he cut off his ankle monitor, we win a Super Bowl.
Well,
I'll have to
we're
check
going to have
the
to bust
records.
him out. It's possible. There's a bunch of people just got escaped out of prison. So whatever it is, we'll just make sure he does that again.
Right.
And get another
That's
one
too
of his
bad.
reigns.
I hope he has fun
You don't
in
care.
prison.
Stop.
I care.
Our listeners care.
Our listeners care, and they should care about coming out and seeing Adam on Thursday night
Oh yeah.
at Rewind
Come
on
see us.
Armor Theater for the Good Comedy Show.
Right underneath Greenland Armor.
It's him, it's Adam, it's Terrence Berger, it's our friend Jake.
Jake will be on the show. Yep.
Jake
HB from KC.
HB from KC, is that correct? What a lineup.
It's gonna be good. We're pretty
It's
good.
going to be great.
I'm-
And Jake's last name again is
Red
Path.
Oh my God. What's your deal, dude?
That's why I let you say it.
Okay.
Okay.
You thought it was
Jake Hedgepath.
Hedgepath. That's even better. I mean, I'll suggest it.
Yeah. Let me know what Jake thinks of that. But maybe we'll tell him in person. Come on out. It's this week on Thursday, the 22nd
7:30.
at 7:30. This is on May 22nd, if you're listening in the past. All right, Huey's telling us we got to get going.
Playing you off.
Playing us off. All right, everybody, until next time, we'll talk for an hour later.
Bye now.
Bye. Now fade it out or something. That'd be cool. Me or you? Go ahead, you.
Right on the string.
Bye-bye.